Some of you may get a little grindy about this because I'm going to talk about some of what we talked about on Friday, but I am going to start off by letting you hear public comment from last Wednesday's County Commission meeting. Now, last Wednesday's County Commission meeting was, as usual, quite heated when it came to public comment. But how often do we get to hear a county commissioner commenting at public comment?
Commissioner Robinson, right after the last meeting, I read a quote from Daily Vibes, and it went like this. I'm so sick of ugly. I'm not talking physical looks. I'm talking about ugly hearts, ugly souls, and ugly actions. Good example. Last county meeting, so glad. I'm so glad I was absent for a number of reasons. Number one, it was a meeting that should not have been happening, and it's not happened since I can ever remember. It's always been just one meeting in November and one in December. Just look at the only 4 agenda items. That tells the story. This is a time for people to catch up with their families and celebrate families. The discussion about our ducks and geese, which are loved by the community and have been a part of this community much longer than the 3 commissioners present, with 2 making their ridiculous and unreal comments about what to do with the ducks and geese while the duck pond is being redone. I also find it hard to believe it would cost $88,000 for their care. If true, so be it. The remarks were cruel. I am an avid animal advocate, and I understand not everybody is, but common sense should tell you that domesticated ducks and geese cannot be dumped out in the wild and expect to survive. I am shocked by the cruel remarks that were said by people on this commission that I like and respect, but I cannot go along with this ridiculous behavior. Also, I would like to say all of the strife that goes on with this commission, to this commission, the department heads and the elected officials has got to stop. It keeps us from moving forward. I would like to see our chair and vice chair start working together, sharing their thoughts to move things forward. You are our leads, and I'd like to see the liaisons and the alternates start having better communication. And the signaling that goes on during our meetings has got to stop. I find it very distracting and unprofessional. We don't have a queen or a president. We are a board that serves our community. So this strife that's been going on has got to stop. In order for this community to accomplish what it needs, in order for this commission to accomplish what needs to be done. I realize we were handed a mess by the previous commission, but it's our job to straighten it out. So smile and let's move forward.
And Pat Robinson is right. She's absolutely right. And by the way, they got a little upset with her because technically she's not supposed to be quite so attack-moded, but she was absolutely 100% spot on. And I have to point something out, and I had noticed it, but I assumed they were looking at their notes. But instead of, they all have their iPads, but they also have their phones. And they're looking at their phones during the meeting, and it makes me wonder, are they being communicated with, or are they communicating with one another during the meeting improperly? And that could be very serious. I want to get in Tony Locke. I mean, I've got Kerry Pintar here too, but I want you to hear Tony Locke because Tony makes a lot of sense. He doesn't speak up often.
I'm Chairman Tony Locke, for the record. Just want to set some perspective. I'm a past public works director. I'm a multi-generational family-owned business operator in this county. I was born here. I'm going to die here. I love this place. With regard to the duck pond, I'm again, set perspective, maybe be a character witness. I don't know what to call it. The key to the success of what is the remedy for the duck pond is passion. And that passion rests with the man that has been willing to give you a bid, as Terry said, go clean up JCR's mess. The reason I am no longer manufacturing concrete and serving my community in that capacity is directly connected to the fact that the government agencies in this community began to spend their money with contractors like JCR. That was the writing on the wall for me to say, I need to get out. And I did. It proved to be the right decision for me, but I just want to bear testimony to, as a business owner that had Rec Brothers as both a customer and a competitor, and as a public works director that employed Rec Brothers for community projects, the key is passion. And had the Duck Pond project been awarded not just simply because someone was threatening to sue for not accepting a bid, or there was no qualification, there was no record of experience, and yet you had a man with a passion that would have just turned that into the Taj Mahal at Duck Ponds. Now, we can't do anything about yesterday, but you can do something about today. And that's what I'd like to say.
And Tony nails it on the bottom line is the reason that JCR got the bid is because they went threatening and jaw-jacking and talking, and it was the good old boy thing. Oh, we'll give them another chance. We'll see if they can get... No, we cannot have that, and we cannot have that among this commission. We have to have the best qualified contractors, not just the low bid, but the best qualified contractors doing projects. And when you have people who show that they really just, they're clueless. They're flat out clueless.
The fake news will come out with the fact that we're against the duck pond. Well, we're not. We just want to make sure that the county is going to have something, a product at the end of the day. Nobody here's naive enough to think it's going to last 99 years.
Yeah, you don't hate the duck ponds, but you said...
I would like to see just bring a horse trailer, load up the ducks and geese, take them to Cummins Lake. Then you don't have to worry with them. These geese and ducks are wild.
Why can't you harvest them? They sell ducks and geese every day.
Yeah. But they don't hate the duck pond. But they don't hate the ducks. But they say stuff like that. That's your elected officials, my friends. All righty. We will have Bill O'Reilly up next with his message of the day. Steve Kathan with the latest CBS News and the latest on the murder of Rob Reiner and his wife by their son. And we will have Todd Starnes at 9:05. Have yourself a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow, and we will keep you up to date on all the latest news, including that horrific shooting in that anti-Semitic shooting over the weekend. Yes, I'll say it. But let's roll on here. Have yourself a great day. We will see you tomorrow morning, 8:05. Don't be late without a note from home.
Now just go away.